Hey everybody, welcome to our post-Labor Day push call. I need to figure out this phone, I'm sorry. I'm not sitting at my desk. There we go. I'm gonna be talking income today and I'm gonna be reviewing the spreadsheet that I just posted half an hour ago. Hi Paulina. I loved putting that together, by the way. So I'm gonna get one more minute, but I'm gonna really go year to year and talk about the changes in me, the changes in the business, and the adjustments that I made, my mindset. Hey guys, hey Anna, hey Lindsay. So I'm gonna start now. So it's 12 o'clock. So guys, thank you for jumping on. This is Becky Brossett, and for those of you who don't know me, I am co-founder of Diesel Nation. So I'm honored to be here today and discussing one of my favorite topics, which is income. I am not afraid or embarrassed to say that I am driven by making money. So I'm gonna go back into my story really quickly, but not into how I found Beachbody or any of those things, but just to give you a little bit of glimpse of where I was, where my mindset was, but when Team Beachbody came into my lap and how I made this happen. So you know, as Kristina and I said at Summit, and for those who were there, you probably heard this, we've always been entrepreneurs. So honestly, we've both always been driven to make money. We sold lemonade, we sold stuff out of our parents' garage, we did anything and, you know, anything creative to earn an extra dollar. So fast forward to our 20s, Kristina and I used to go shopping at the Radisson Mart. For you guys who are in Miami, know it's like a wholesaling place where people import and export clothing. And I had this idea. We ran into a store, a couple stores that had these amazing Brazilian clothes. And I'm like, oh, I am positive that we can sell this stuff. We can resell it at Shula's, at our gym where we used to go. It was a high-end athletic club. I am sure that we can resell this stuff and we can make some money and we'll have fun in the process. So that's how our first official business, Live It Up Activewear, took off. And we did it ghetto style. Like, we would walk in that gym, and even though we knew we weren't allowed to do this, we would walk in with this humongous suitcase, as Christy. It was super heavy, full of clothes, and we would tell people, just meet us in the locker room, and we would full out take clothes out and people would just buy them. Amy used to buy clothes from us too. We would have parties at the house and we would sell stuff from our parents' house. So we were driven to make an extra income. We also wanted to open a gym. We've always wanted to have our own business. So fast forward, we go into real life, we get careers. I have this amazing career. I actually started at the bottom. So my life story started at the bottom. I started my construction career making $25,000, okay, with a construction degree. And year to year, I pushed for more. And then my mother told me, once I reached my estimating career, when I was really kicking ass, my mom told me, you need to start tracking your business. You need to start tracking the bids that you're submitting versus the bids that you win. And then you need to go to your boss and you need to ask for a raise. So I started doing that. My love for spreadsheets. I started tracking everything, the money I was bringing into that company, the amount of bids that I was winning. And I went in with a goal in mind, and from $25,000 over 15 years made it up to $100,000 in my construction career because I was driven to make an income. So fast forward again, 2008, I go back to work. I have Jake. 3 months later, I go back to work. I loved that company like with all my heart. And the bomb was dropped, like literally an atomic bomb. They had sold the company to this international construction company, and I just knew everything was going to change. And it did. In 2010, the financial markets collapsed. Construction was on the floor. We were bidding everything, which is not what we used to do. We were given jobs. Now we're having to fight for them. Things were hard. We were working hard, underappreciated, and I was tired of being like this. Larry and I were making both six figures, and we couldn't keep our heads above water. Our parents were helping us. We had two little kids, a $1,500 per month nanny expense, plus diapers, plus everything, and we were losing our home. It was bad. So I remember a friend of ex-friend of ours had started a network marketing business, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start looking into this, and I want to do this too. But I didn't want to do what she was doing. I didn't believe in it. And with all my desires, I started putting out into the universe that I wanted to start my own business. I wanted to make extra money. I wanted to take control of my life. Notice I was asking for what I did want. I was not asking for what I didn't want, which was to be broke anymore. So the universe sent me, let me lower my phone because they're ringing. So the universe sent me the Team Beachbody opportunity in July 2010. I was not obviously paying attention to the infomercials on the DVDs, and I signed up. I was so excited that finally there was something that I can do in an industry that I had deep passion for. And for you guys that know me for a long time know that fitness is my jam. It is my thing. It is what I love. And here I am, a business being handed to me that is with products I believe in, with an opportunity that I knew I could make work, and an opportunity to change our current lifestyle, but even in the future, it could change everything for us. So I went all in. And if you guys reviewed the income progression, I'm gonna go now into kind of year to year what happened. But when I first started, I had very clear cut goals, and that's something that I want to press upon you today, is that you need to know what you want. You need to know what you want out of life. You need to know it short term, long term, 6 months, 12 months, 3 years out. You need to know where you're headed. It's like going on a vacation and not knowing if you're taking a plane or train, or if you're going across the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean to Europe, or if you're going to the West Coast. You need to know where the hell you're going and what you want out of this business. When I signed up, I knew exactly what I wanted. $50 a week to help me pay for diapers, and to help me with the Costco bill that was $200 a month we were spending on formula and diapers. $200, that's what I wanted. And what that did for me, and what I want you to see, is that when you have a very clear-cut goal, you can break that down into measurable steps. With that $50, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew I needed to make 2 sales per week, and I knew based on the amount of work that I had put in initially the first week that I needed to step up my game in order to make 2 sales. Let's be real, my first sale, I didn't even make it. Christy made it for me. And after that, I only made 2 sales in all of July. And I was talking to a lot of people, and I was out there, I was posting, I was emailing people, I was talking to people at work, and the momentum had not shifted for me. The second thing I did was I invested in my business. No one told me to do this. I went and I bought 2 boxes of Shakeology samples, and I understand that a lot of people don't have the funds to do that, but I invested in my business. I sent out every single sample. And maybe the procedure was not correct at that time, but I learned from it. But what that did for me is it helped me gain traction. On my second month, and I'm looking at my spreadsheet, I hit Success Club 18. Success Club 18, when there were no challenge packs. That means I sold 18 Shakeology HD orders in my second month as a coach. I was on Carl Daikeler's top 20 in my second month as a coach. Why? Because I invested myself, and I took a leap of faith, and I went out there and I talked to everybody about Shakeology when I didn't even have a fucking clue, what Shakeology was, because I had never drank it before being a coach. So I went out there and I put it out there. I talked to people, I sent samples, and you know what happened? My business gained massive traction. I started posting, I got people involved, people started to like Shakeology, I started converting them to coaches, and within 4 months, I hit diamond. What I want you to see is that my first 6 months as a coach, I was retailing 100%. And I went back now and I picked 1 week out of the year, and I'll share how the ratio of retail to cycle changes throughout my 6 years. But that first 6 months, 100% retail. What I was doing was I was hitting Success Club. The only month I screwed up was December 2010, where I left 4 points on the table, and I still kicked myself for that. But I was retailing hard, and people were staying on Shakeology, and I was gaining traction. So let's fast forward to 2001 and what changed for me there. What was a couple things changed? I continue hitting Success Club, but in 2011, Kristina came on board and wanted to hit Diamond. So we worked together to make that happen. I was still retailing a lot, but the cycle started to kick in. And what started to happen, and hold on, because I'm going to be switching back and forth. I have all these notes. What started to happen was the strong leg started to grow. My sister's on the strong leg. My weak leg was lagging behind, and I knew that. No one had to explain that to me. It's just pure numbers. I could see the disparity, and I knew that I needed to take action on the weak leg. So the first thing I did was I solidified my diamond rank. That was always my number one goal, was to not ever drop rank. So I knew that it affected my sponsor, so I did not want to drop. So I continued to recruit. That's the other thing I did. 2011 and beyond, I never stopped recruiting. Whether it was 1, 2, or 3, there was always people coming into my organization, people that I could mentor. Now, no one really wanted to do it for a while, but I did hit 1 star. Kristina went diamond in May 2011, and things started to shift for me. Here's another huge thing that happened to me in 2011. I spoke with Jason Diebold for the first time, and I heard him say that he was making $12,500 a week. My mouth literally fell to the floor. I was like, hey, what? Come again? That's when it hit me. And I hope that this call does this for you today. It is possible. And that is what hearing those numbers, seeing those numbers, helped me visualize that this business can change the dynamic of my future. And I believed it. With every cell in my body, I knew that at some point during my career that I would hit those numbers. I didn't know how long it would take. That didn't matter to me. I just knew that I wanted it. And I kept repeating that to myself. I will make that. I will make it happen. I am determined to make this amount of money. And guess what? I did it. So the belief was there. But what I started to do, and it's something that I don't know if all of you do, and if you don't, I'm concerned. Even going back to my first year, once I hit that $50 per week goal, I challenged myself to keep going. Once I hit 150, then I wanted 250. And that's how I continue to build the momentum and how you see the numbers that they keep going up. It's because I was determined to keep growing this business. Now, 2011, I stayed 1 star the whole year, and I will tell you why. I was not leading a team. I wasn't sure how to do that. I was just retailing. And yeah, I had some people that were hitting Success Cup here and there, and that's how it allowed me to increase from 0% cycle bonus to 39% cycle bonus. That's an average for 2011. Here comes 2012. And yeah, the money starts to increase just a little bit. But you know what happened in 2012? I went to Atlantis, and I was still a freaking 1 star for a whole year. And you know what? My mistake was I was waiting for someone to just like poof, advance. I was not investing in anyone. In 2012 was when Mindy Horde came to, I attracted her somehow with my abs, I guess. She came into the business. And when I went to Atlantis and I spoke to this one coach who's in Jason Diebold's downline, I was floored when I heard what she was saying. She took the time to mentor her coaches, to believe in them, to have weekly calls, to help them set goals, to push them to advance their business, to push them to hit Success Club. I was doing none of that. I assumed that everyone was like me and was a self-motivated person, and I was just allowing people to do things on their own. That day, that Atlantis, it changed everything for me. I sat in the airport, and Christy can vouch for this. I sat at the airport, I went through my organization, and I said, here are the people who have potential. I am going to invest my time in them. And instead of focusing on Success Club points and challenge packs, I am going to help them grow their business. And what happened was a complete shift in my business. In 2012, I hit 2 star. Cycle bonuses went to 56%. from 39% in 2012. I hit $1,000 per week for the first time in 2012. Yes, it took 2 years. 2 years to hit $1,000 in cycle bonus. And the reason why it happened was because Mindy Horde, I took the time to work with Mindy. Mindy started to grow a team. Then Amy came in. Amy wanted to blow up this business from day one. So I helped her gain traction. I helped her. I mentored her. I helped her build traction in her business. And what it did was it built my weak leg volume. What I want you to understand, guys, and please, if you take anything from this call, is that you cannot do this by yourself. Okay? You need at least 5 leaders to show up. You need to attract 5 people who are gonna build big businesses, who are gonna help you build that volume. When Mindy hit diamond in the summer of 2012, I remember looking at my carryover volume on my weak leg, and I had $164,000 sitting in the weak leg pot. That's a lot of money. I was completely 100% engaged, and I believed that I was going to withdraw that money from that pot. And guess what? It happened. With work, with building the weak leg, with continuous recruiting, with helping Amy, I went diamond as well. Mindy, helping her build her business. That's how I was able to reach that 5,555 PV on the weak leg, in order to start making a dent on that weak leg, on the strong leg carryover, to start pulling out all that money. Every week, I was looking at that number. I was making calculations. I was setting volume goals. Are you setting volume goals? Do you even know how to calculate the cycle bonus? That is so important, that you understand how to make money with this business. That's another, you don't know where you're going, and then you don't even know how to make the money. That's a big, big problem. CEOs know how their business runs. So if you haven't taken the time to learn how to run your business and what it takes to make $1,000 a week, I suggest you stop right now and go figure that shit out, because that's like you're leading the blind. How can you lead a team when you don't even know what you're doing? Sorry. So 2012 was a huge, huge pivotal time in my business. It's when I went from me to we. Kristina and I started to build the family culture in that year. We actually were finding people that wanted to do the business, and things started to shift. Momentum was shifting at that point. And I also hit 2-star, was able to open my second business center, and was able to get the 2-star bonus. Guys, the quarterly bonuses are major. So you guys need to know how to do that, and then focus on getting it done. So like I said, in 2012, my cycle bonuses increased from 39% in 2011 to 56% in 2012. Fast forward, 2013 was another major year for me. I started out as a 4-star, 6-star qualifying. I was about to go into the wall, and the momentum was there. This is the point in in 2012, what happened too was the whole story with my kids going to that charter school. That really lit a fire under me to get this done, because I needed to leave my job at the end of 2013. So the fire, the why was there, the passion was there, and 2013 was the year I continued recruiting. My coaches were hitting Success Club. Mindy was building. Amy was building. I had my second business center open. Things were starting to shift, and the momentum was growing, and leaders we were developing diamonds. Kristina was developing diamonds. Amy was developing diamonds, and things started to shift. And in 2013, that's when the cycle bonuses increased from 56 to 78%. And again, I could not do this alone. I also hit Elite in 2012, by the way, first year as Elite. So with Elite, you guys know who are running for Elite. That means that your new coaches are hitting Success Club. That's going to drive volume, and it's going to drive Success Club points and PV. So things were hot and heavy in 2012. Enter 2013, the same thing. With just knowing that I needed to get out of my career, I was super determined. And let me talk to the people who have full-time jobs right now. I did all of this. All that work was done with a full-time job, guys. With a full-time job, and a stressful one at that. I already mentioned the amount of pressure that I was under at my job. They were on me 24/7. They knew I was doing this business and they didn't like it. But I found a way. I woke up early. Are you waking up early? I was waking up at 4:45 to work out. I was doing work before I left to work. I was doing calls in the car. When I left to meetings, I would have calls. I would train people at lunch. I would work after. On the way home from work, I would listen to the wake up calls. I would do more calls. I would strategize. I would not stop working. And you know what? My family backed me up 100%. I sat them down and I basically pleaded, please, this is going to take a lot of work. It's going to take sacrifice. But with you guys' support, we can do this. And I used every freaking moment of the day that wasn't used in work or family time to build this business. And as you can see, the rewards were exponentially huge. In 2013, I went up to 8-star diamond. I hit elite as well with the help of my team. I didn't do this alone. This is a team sport. Hitting Success Club, bringing in people who wanted to work the business, leaders who were recruiting. That's how you make this work. In 2014, I was home. I left my job in the end of 2013. It was a huge adjustment. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I have all this time now. Now what? I had to relearn. I had to reestablish myself. I had to push myself outside my comfort zone. I found myself kind of wandering lost in 2013. But I was determined to make a huge comeback. And from the moment that I walked out of my career, my income increased. And I should have ran that number. I should have known the income progression from before when I was working to after. But I can tell you that I should have done it sooner. I should have left my job sooner because all I did was hustle more. I brought more people in. My income increased. Momentum was gained. And my team started to grow. And everyone started to grow. It's not only me. Kristina was growing. Mindy was growing. Amy was growing. And it was like the momentum completely shifted. We were free. Now it was time to blow it up. So 2014 was huge. And we hit, Kristina and I hit 10-star in 2014. One thing I do want to talk about. My throat hurts. Hold on. Yes, income from what it looks, it kind of doubled once I left my job. So yes, it doubled. It didn't happen by accident though. I worked my butt off. Rank versus income is another thing. I know we all like the flashy things and the summit recognition and being on stage, but for Kristina and and I'll speak because both of us kind of had the same trek. We worked for rank and the income kept going up, but we were working on it simultaneously. I personally would, when I first started, for those of you who are diamonds, I worked to solidify my rank first. That was the main objective. I did not want to drop rank. I saw the disparity. It was like this. Weak leg to strong leg was really, really, really off. So what did I do? I loaded the weak leg. And I kept bringing people in and putting them on the weak leg. And if I knew someone was going to be good or I had a hunch, they would go on the weak leg. So with that, I was able to build to like 9-star. When 10-star was about to happen, I needed to go back to the strong leg. And some people will say that that's stupid, but not for me. Because I wanted the 10-star bonus. And that's a decision you have to make, how to build your business. You cannot ask someone for those tips. It's a decision you have to make. And once you do it, you cannot question yourself afterwards. Take the time to think about what you're going to do. But once I was about 8-star, I was like, I'm so close to 10. I'm going to go for it. I needed to add some more good people to my strong leg in order to have the 5 and 5. So I have built my business, yes, pushing for rank, but my main objective was always the income. The rank has come with it. They've kind of gone on a progressive course together. And then, as you guys know, in 2015, we just had explosive growth. We've had big teams coming in, and 15-star diamond happened last year, which helped with my income as well, obviously, with the 15-star diamond bonus. As you can see in the quarterly bonus of October 2015, the number is like, I was blown away when I actually saw that number. The 15-star bonus is included in there. So, and that's a function of teamwork. So one thing I want you to take away from here, and I have like 6 minutes, so if you guys have questions, please share, put them in the thread now, is you can't do this. You cannot build this business on your own. This is not like swimming, that it's a one-man show. It's impossible. You either have a team or you're going nowhere. So from me to we, number 2 is know your business. So learn the business. And if you're not going to be shooting for rank, then I need you to start focusing on leadership ladder. Leadership ladder is a true function of leadership. It's showing income increases. It's showing that your team is hitting Success Club, that you are building leadership within your organization. So learn the leadership ladder. It is very important if you are going to be here long term, that you understand what is required and what is necessary in order to hit those goals. The other thing is believe. This business, I am not a rocket scientist. I am not the smartest person in the world, but I do work hard. And I do have incredible belief in myself and in this business. As for an introvert and a person as shy as me, I have never been afraid to work this business. There's something about being successful that trumps the fear of what people think, or trumps the fear of having to talk to people. I have pushed tremendously outside of my comfort zone to make this happen, and I encourage you to do the same. You cannot build a big life with a small mind. Invest in yourself. Invest in personal development. One of the things I did not mention, but what happened in 2015, now that I'm on the personal development, I had a really, awful start to 2015. And once I made the commitment to myself and invest in a life coach and take the steps to change me, that's when my income started to grow once again. My mind had kind of closed off at the beginning of 2015, and I needed to grow. If you're looking to be a 2-star, you need to invest in yourself and grow your mind and elevate yourself to that level. You are currently probably not a 2-star leader. You need to recognize that and then work to elevate yourself. And that only happens through investing in yourself, through personal development, and through implementing every single day. This is not rocket science, but it does take consistency. It takes work, it takes time, and it takes desire. I want you to really look at those numbers, and please, I'm going to say it, don't share that. This is really personal information to me. I was having like a panic attack posting it, but I want to inspire you. I want you to see what's possible out of this business. Success is not in a vacuum just because it's me and just because it's Kristina. No, we've worked our asses off. Nothing was handed to us. We've shown up when most people don't want to show up. We have pushed ourselves when most people would have said, forget it. Have there been times that at least me, there was one time where I wanted to quit. But I didn't. I sucked it up, and there's been ups and downs throughout the 6 years. But at the end, there has always been the focus on my why. It has been the focus on why I need to succeed and not let my family down. Use this as inspiration to get back to work, to learn the business, and to do whatever it takes to reach those goals that you want. I mean, no one can do it for you guys. Have open lines of communication with your team. Your team needs to know your vision. Your team needs to know your goals. Your team needs to know where you are headed. Do not be afraid to share your goals. You cannot do this alone. Your team needs to be beside you, not behind you. They need to be walking hand in hand with you. Sorry. Just like with the 15-star push and you know, every quarter going through these qualifications, it's a team effort. We have loyalty, we have friendship, we have open lines of communication, we love each other, we push each other, and we help each other get to the next step. Share your goals with your team, guys. Make a live video, go on there and inspire your team to walk hand in hand with you, to be your business partner in this business. I think that's it. Wait, let me look back. Yes, Anne-Marie, this is recorded. It will be in the group later. So guys, that's it, I think. I'm not sure. Do you guys have any other questions? Thank you guys for the feedback. I hope that I shared some valuable tips with you. I mean, this is just sitting down and putting this together for me today. I love spreadsheets, so I was like really happy to update all the information and get things this, you know, just so I can really like sink my teeth into it. And I wanted to also share with you, from 2013 I went from 78% cycles, now it's at about 90. So as you can see, at the beginning of my business, it was 100% retail, and how through the focus of building a team and focus on building leadership and the focus of camaraderie culture has built other big teams that have sprouted in my downline, which have helped build cycles. That is what you want. You need to build team volume through building more leaders in your downline. So from, you know, the money has completely reversed now. So guys, I think that's it. Yes, the hustle never stops. You need to show up for your business every day. Be consistent, lead with pride, integrity, and loyalty, and just share from your heart, guys. It's 12:30, so it's my time to sign off. But if you guys have questions for me, please just comment on the progression picture and let me know how I can help you figure these things out. But it is paramount to your business that you understand how and the steps that you need in order to make this business work for you, to help you reach those income goals. Till next time, guys.